Hello, I'm Carrie and I'm back with another pick a card reading. And today the question is, what advice the Spirit want to give you right now? What advice the Spirit want to give you right now? First, I just want to say thank you so much for liking, subscribing. Thank you so much for your comments. I appreciate them all. And as we get started, I have 3 different decks that I'll be using for each pile. So pile number 1 is going to be from the Starseed Oracle. Pile number 2 is the Light Seers Tarot. And then pile number 3, Angel Wisdom Tarot. Alright, let's get started with pile number 1. Alright, pile 1. These are your messages from the Starseed Oracle. Again, this is the deck we're using. Pile 1. The question is, what is the advice that your spirit guides want you to know? And right now, pile 1, you might be like feeling left out. You might be feeling left behind. You might be feeling like everybody over there having fun at the party and you over by yourself. Why aren't you over there? You really want to be over there. You really want to be doing what they're doing. Like I kind of get this energy of like you're from the outside looking in. Either that, or you could be in a totally different group of where you're like ducked off by yourself. You only want to be by yourself. You don't want to hang out with anybody. You're not really trying to like have anybody else's energy around you right now. And basically the advice for you, like the overall general advice, I just keep seeing this, is that it's not your time yet. Wait, like you literally have wait here. So your spirit guides want you to know that it's not time for you to be out in the spotlight right now. Actually, it's time for you to be away from everybody and away from all the energies. So if you're like feeling a lack or loss from not being around everybody, it's like, hold on, it's not your time yet. We don't want you to be all in that right now. It's kind of like your guys will be like, come over here, sit down, let me talk to you. Like kind of like ushering you away. You know, like when you're a kid and there's a party going on, but it's getting kind of late and your parents want you to go to bed because some things are going to be happening that you don't need to be seeing because you're not ready for that yet. That to me is what I kind of get, like the energy for you. Not to say you're not ready for it yet, but maybe the thing is not ready for you yet. Maybe this thing that they don't want you to be a part of is just not going to be helpful for you on your journey. I know sometimes as a kid, when you get exposed to things too early, it can kind of like mess up your trajectory. Like you have to sit there and literally in therapy, go back to that moment and figure out what happened and what messed you up. And it can be something so simple, but because you didn't understand it right the first time, you got to go back and like re-figure it out. So your guys are like, you don't even need to go over there and mess with that. Like, there's no need for you to be a part of that energy. Actually, there's something else that we want you to be working on. And if you're not resonating with that, there's also like this general energy of, we have something else for you to be working on. That stuff over there, whatever, it could be for you or not. It doesn't matter. It's just that this over here is more important. So we need you to work on this. So if we start over here, we have Earth pulsing and you are not alone. Literally, what I see from these 2 cards is your guides. It's funny because it's supposed to be advice, but I feel like it's more like guidance. It's like, do this. I feel like advice is suggestions, but this is like, no, do this. It's saying you're not alone. Like, we are literally there for you, but because of the lifestyle that you're living right now, or because of whatever it is that's going on in your life, you're not having time to like sit down and get the impulses from your guides, like whomever it is that you pray to, believe in, get your advice from. They're not able to reach you as much as they would like to. They don't feel that you spend enough time. And the overall message I'm getting, at least from these 2 cards, Earth pulsing and you are not alone, is that it's time for you to go wherever in the space and place that you go. Duck off to so that you can connect or reconnect with your guides. Earth pulsing literally says pulse of the mother, slow down, time in nature. And you are not alone says isolation, physical connection, community. It's like, this connection is not going to be with others. People, I mean, I guess if your guide is a person who is alive right now, this is going to be more with your spirit guides. It's like, connect with us. We have things that we want to give to you. We have downloads for you to receive. We have information for you. There's something like, even if you're feeling like isolated and alone, you can go to your guides and you don't have to feel that way. You can talk to them. There's like, even if on your everyday, and this is what I do all the time, like I will be walking around in my own little world, in my own little bubble, and that's where I know my guys will be, like with me. I don't have to like go anywhere to the club or wherever to like find connection. It's me being in my own energy, in my own little bubble, and I kind of feel like that's what they want you to do. But they more specifically do want you to go like out in nature, or if there's like, if you have your own private place in your home that you connect, like a certain room, like this is my meditation room. They're like, you ain't been here in a while. We need to talk to you. So they really want you to connect. And I don't know if you can see this because it's hard to see on this card, but this lady is lying down here. There's like a stream coming down from this mountain, and she's right there at the mouth of the stream. Like, she is right there at the point at which she can receive all that water. And to me, I kind of feel like that water is like information. It's like healing. It's, you know, whatever it is that you need. If you need to talk to your guides about something, if you need to hear from them, if there's some healing that you need from them, like some good energy, some good vibes, whatever it is, that is what they want you to go and duck off and do. And then we have, wait, it's not time yet. It's not yet time. Things are being woven and a new earth is happening. Keep holding the vision. You could be feeling like really like stressed out, left behind. Like, dang, why is everybody succeeding right now and I'm over here by myself? I'm not only not succeeding, but I'm like barely making it by. Like, I don't understand why things aren't going my way. I thought I was being obedient. Like, you could be really feeling these, like really down on the things that you believe in, on the things that you're passionate about. You're like, why isn't anything working out for me? I keep seeing these examples of people doing things that I want to be doing, and I'm attempting to do them, but they're not working well. But these other people are. What's going on? And the advice for you that I get from your guys is, wait, like, it's not time for you yet. Things are being woven, things are being put into place. Yes, continue to do your work, but wait on your success. Wait on the wave. Wait on your wave to come in, basically. It says it's happening. Keep holding the vision. So keep doing the work. Keep believing in yourself. Keep believing in your mission. Keep believing in whatever it is that is important to you, that you feel like you've been placed on this earth to do. They're like, yes, you're right. But just because you're not seeing success right now doesn't mean it's not going to happen. It's just, wait. Things are being woven. It's not time yet. This person is literally sitting here. This to me looks like a universe. It's like, I'm going to wait until I enter into this universe. Gotta wait for the right time. Like, she's out there by herself. There's a whole universe here waiting. And there's one back there, one over there. But it's like, okay, I'm going to wait on mine. I'm going to wait on my time. And we got the 7-Star Sisters and the Caesar Mintaka. 7-Star Sisters, birth and creations, tapestry of life, expression. And that's being clarified by Caesar Mintaka, seeing potential, bringing unconsciousness to light. This is interesting to me. Like, when I see this 7-Star Sisters, this is Pleiades within the constellation Taurus. And it says, like, when I see this, it's like these people are all dancing with each other. Like, they are coming together and dancing with each other. That's what I see on this card. And what I see here is like, you know what we're saying? It's not your time. Wait. But these people are dancing with each other, but they're like in space doing that. I don't know. It's hard to ground this message, but what I really feel is that the things that you're working on right now, there's other people like you working on these things, doing the same thing, but they're like off on their own. Like, they all ducked off on their own too. Everybody's ducked off on their own, working on their own thing, the thing that is like calling to them, the thing that, you know, if they had no other thing to care about on this earth, they would be caring about that thing, because it's what's so important to them. It's like what's within them that just wants to come out. They want to express it. You know, some people express it in their art. Some people express it in the way that they move about the world. Some people express it in the things that they say. There's just so many different ways to express how you feel, express whatever it is that's like just within you wants to come out. Like, you know, the thing when you say you want your voice to be heard, like, that's the thing that you want to speak of all the time. It's like coming together with these people to express this thing, but you're doing it on your own. It's like, it's so hard to say. But it's like, think of think of a tapestry. I'm thinking of the Prince of East. Single thread in the tapestry. Some. I can't remember the words, but it's like there's a tapestry. There's all of these threads that need to be woven just to make this image. But you're responsible for this piece over here of the image, and somebody else is responsible for that piece, and somebody else is responsible for that piece. It's like everybody's all working on their pieces, and when it's time, you're all gonna come together, and it's like this dancing, like it's all gonna come together at the same time. It reminds me of like major movements, you know, like the Me Too movement, the Black Lives Matters movement, Black Lives Matter movement. There's a bunch of other movements that I cannot think of right now, but things happen in different cities to make these movements come alive. It was like, here's the initial thing that happened over here. It's like, okay, that seems like a one-off, so we're gonna let it go. And then something else similar happens in this other city, and it's like, oh no, this is continuing to happen. And then even more and more things come to light, come to light, come to light, come to light. And then all these people all of a sudden like, no, there's something here. We must band together and show oh, I wish I could say the words I want to say. It's like we must band together and show like a united front and show like this thing is happening across, I'm talking about the United States, but this could be the entire world. This thing is happening across the entire world, and it seems like it's these little isolated events, but if we put the pieces together and we create this image, then we see like, no, this is something that's important to us all. Let us all talk about this. Let us all be involved in this. Let us all like push this to the forefront. Basically, it's something that is very important, but it's going to take time for the pieces to come together so that it can be like the picture can be created, basically. And people who were part of those movements, they didn't even know or understand what was going on until they were like boom in the middle of it. I'm sure it was like overnight something happening for them and helping them understand like, this is important, this is big, this is bigger than we ever thought. We just thought that we were speaking up for something important to us, but it turns out that this is important to an entire world. But basically I'm saying it's just, you have to wait your turn and you have to put your work in on your part. You gotta do your part while you're waiting. And then over here we've got the void, clarified by the weight of the world. The void says, stop, embrace winter, great cosmic womb. The weight of the world is boundaries, let it go, it's not yours to carry. So interesting here, because when I see this, the void, this is literally the void. Gotta shine a light on it so you can really actually see that there's something there. It just looks like darkness, but it's like a black hole. If you look at some of these other cards, it looks a lot like isolation. This is a woman laying in the middle of, I'm assuming this is a river that's keeping on flowing, or it could be the ocean. But there's nothing else around. This person literally, there's a whole universe here and they're outside of that. This person is looking at the earth from somewhere else. They're not there. These people are all up in space. This is the middle of the ocean. Again, the energy here is you being on your own. So this weight of the world, boundaries, let it go, it's not yours to carry. If it's not what you feel that you are like, is so important to you that you would literally do it, whether you got paid or not, whether you got recognition or not. Like if it's not something that has to do with that thing, then it's not yours. Like it's not yours to worry about. Your friends, you know, over here doing this, your family members over here doing that, telling you this and that, your boss is trying to control you in this and that way. Like those things are just not important. Making sure that the things that are putting your feet forward, the things that are, I keep doing this because it's like, this is what I'm getting in my mind. Nobody can make your feet move forward. You have to internally say within yourself, it's like your spirit is moving you. Your spirit is saying, 1 foot here, 1 foot there, we're going to go in this direction. Whatever things that are making your feet go in this direction need to be the things that are, whatever direction, needs to be the things that are focused in the direction of where you want to go and your passions lie. If it's not focused on the direction of your passions, then it is not important. That's basically what I'm saying here. Let it go. It's not yours to carry. If there's something going on in the news and they're like, oh my gosh, can you see this thing in the news? That's not important. if there's something happening at work and they're like, oh no, deadline, freak out, it's time for you to freak out now. You're like, actually, that's not important. You know, which they won't like that attitude, but I promise you, it works. I don't know if you've seen people in your job. I know you have to have seen people in your job who, no matter what's going on, they are the same every single time. They're going to give what they give, and that's it. That needs to be you. Don't worry about the deadlines. Don't worry about this and that to freak out about. You need to focus on your thing. None of these images have other people's concerns within them. It's like you in spirit. That's it. Walking. You carrying the thing that you came here to carry. You paying attention to your thing and making it come alive. That's the thing that you like. That's your number one concern. The rest of that stuff is just incidentals. So pile one. That is the advice for you. It is all about what's within you. And I say that because I'm looking at this card, which is on the bottom of the deck. Child of the cosmos, the intelligence of the universe lies within you. Anything that you're concerned about outside of you when it comes to your creations, that's not important. This is like as much time as you can spend with yourself and your own energy and, you know, your guides, focusing on your thing and putting it together and making how you want to make it. If it's a speech, if it's a book, if it's a painting, if it's just like a belief system, a way of life, meals, like a way of cooking, that kind of thing. Whatever it is, that's going to be within you. You don't have to do any research. There is no like opening of books and studying. This is like, I'm going to go within and figure it out. That is the advice for you, pile number one. Moving forward, this is the type of energy they want you to be in. All right, so we'll move on to pile two. Hello, pile two. This is your reading. It's the answer to the question, what advice do your guides have for you? Pile number two. Immediately when I saw this, I heard that song Can't Hold Us. I want to say it's by Macklemore. It says, so we put our hands up like the ceilings can't hold us. But basically, you cannot be contained. Let's start over here. So you got the Knight of Wands and the Ace of Wands. As soon as I saw this card, I zoomed in on this horse. This horse is Buckiin. So many songs come to mind. This horse, like, you have to catch it if you can, and the horse is gonna have to be tired before you catch it because the horse is fast. It's fast, it's ready to go. It has like, it doesn't want to do what you say. Like, you can't just be like, hey horse, come here. No, the horse is wild. It cannot be contained, and it has fuel. We have this Ace of Wands right here. So pile number two, if you right now you are not in the mood to do what nobody tells you to do, maybe you've always been obedient and like you had a job and you had a good job, you did that job for years, but you're just tired of them like telling you what to do. Maybe your parents, I don't know how old you are, but you're tired of your parents telling you what to do. And honestly, you don't even have to be young for your parents to still be telling you what to do. Maybe you're just tired of like even the voices in your head from when your parents did tell you what to do. You're tired of that. It's like, really right now, anything that's holding you back from what you want, you're not into it. Like, I really kind of see you just like the horses bucking up or rearing up. I see you rearing up, and I kind of see like those cartoons, or even I think in the movie sometimes when the horse does that, like the saddle falls off and whatever, like restraints, the reins, they let go of the reins because they can't hold the horse anymore. All that stuff falls off the horse and it just rides out, just like tears out. Pshoo, it's gone. You know, it's doing its own little horse thing. It's like, I'm tired of y'all holding me back. I'm doing my own horse thing. I'm out of here. Like, that's the type of energy I get from you. And it's literally because it was like I was getting two different energies. I was getting one of where like this person was kind of erratic, kind of just doing whatever, you know, even causing a scene. Being loud, not, you know, conforming to the rules. And I had this other thought of like, no, you're ruining your life. Why are you acting like that? You should fall in line. You're not doing what you're supposed to do. Like, I was getting two, and I was like, huh? What's going on here in this reading? It was kind of like, oh no, you're gonna get in trouble if you don't act right. And then I was like, oh, I see what's going on here. Like, whomever this person is, and whatever, if this, like pile number two, if this is resonating with you, you're just over it. You're over people controlling your life, people telling you what to do. Like, you kind of just want to chart your own path. And when I say people telling you what to do, I'm talking about like, these are the rules that people live by in their lives. As in, you go, you get a job, you know, get somewhere, you settle down in that place. You don't move around a lot. You don't get a bunch of different jobs and, you know, quit a lot. You don't date a bunch of different people and break up with them if you don't like how they're acting. Like, no, you settle down for what it, you know, what life is giving you. That's what you're supposed to do. But I see pile number two, you're not into that at all. You're not gonna do it. You're not gonna take it. All these songs I keep hearing. It's like you are, and when I saw these two cards, the Six of Swords and the Magician, I was like, you're just flying by the seat of your pants, like you're making it up as you go along. Whatever it is that you want to do that is, you know, like stimulating to you, because we got a lot of wands energy. Like whatever is like stimulating, exciting to you, gets your attention, makes you want to put energy into it. I like kind of see your energy going in that direction. It's like, oh, time to move on, time to go. Like she got her bags packed. She's not even sitting in the boat. She is standing like she's ready. I'm about to jump off this thing and move on to the next. And I kind of see that. It's like I'm manifesting this life. It's working out for me. It's not going to be like anybody else's life. And then we have the Page of Cups being clarified by the Eight of Cups. When I saw this Page of Cups and Eight of Cups, this is where I was really getting the energy of like don't make decisions based off of these short-term gains. Why would you do that? No, you make decisions based off of things that are going to last long. And that was like the voice of the like parent or the person in your life that is like a mentor to you, somebody who like gives advice. Like you're hearing this voice and you're like, no, this, which I'm seeing like literally like a pie in the sky energy, this little pig flying. You know what they say, when pigs fly? It's like you're literally chasing your dreams, and your dreams might be such that the people around you think that's never gonna happen. Yeah, when pigs fly, they all make $1 million doing that thing that they think that they can just do. They can just start up like when pigs fly. But you know and believe, like, if I put my energy towards this thing that I really, really desperately want, then I'm going to succeed. Like, you just have a belief in yourself. I really feel that you believe in yourself so much that you're willing to do things that people think, like people around you don't think are sane at all. I'm talking like they think you're ruining your life by doing these things. Say you were in a marriage and you decided to get out of the marriage because you didn't like it anymore. Nothing happened. You just like, I don't like it no more. I want to do something different. In this career, you're like, I don't like it no more. I want to do something different. Like in this house, you might have bought a house, built it up, you know, made it beautiful. It's gorgeous. And you're like, I'm over this house. I already, you know, I made it how I wanted it to be, and now I'm about to move on to a new house. Like your decision making is based on your joy. It's not based on society's rules or anything that you should be doing. Like you're literally following your joy. You see this lady, she just let these cups go in this water. Focus for me. She let the cups go in the water. She's walking off towards the sun. She don't care about these cups. Forget these cups. I want something else. So you, and it's funny because it's not necessarily advice. It's kind of like keep doing what you're doing. Don't listen to what these people are saying. I guess that is advice. But it's like, don't listen to people when they say, no, conform, no. You know, make money your number one thing. Make your stability your number one thing. You're like, that's a boring lifestyle for me. I'm not interested in doing that. I would actually like to go and pursue my dreams. I want to go and figure out, you know, I have this idea. I'm going to figure out what's going to happen if I executed it, and how, like, if I execute it like this, how's it going to work? If I try like that, how's it going to work? If I go over here, how is it going to work? Like, I literally see the energy because I see so many cards of, like, moving on, walking on. I see the energy of you. You could literally be moving somewhere else. For instance, if you live in the United States and you're just like, I'm over the United States, I'm going to go to, I don't know, this is giving desert. I'm going to go to the Sahara Desert. I want to see what they're living like over there. I'm going to go to the United Arab Emirates. I want to see what they're living like over there, you know, in Dubai and stuff. Where else is a desert? Antarctica is a desert. I want to go see what's up within Antarctica. You know, I'm not held down to this place where they say, oh, this is the best place in the world. This is the most stable place in the world. You should raise your kids here. You should do, like, you're not interested in what the outside world has to say to you. You're not letting that control you here. You're like, no, I'm gonna break those chains and I'm gonna do what it is that I want to do. What what means something to me. And I just really feel like the advice, pile number 2, if you're watching this, is do you. Like your guys are literally saying, do you. It's showing that you cannot be stopped. Like if this horse gets loose, you can't be stopped. You can't catch the horse. You can't put these little strings on the horse. You have to, like the horse would have to come willingly in order to put those strings on him, in order to saddle him up again. Because once the horse breaks free of the saddle, he gone. And I feel like for you, once you're, I feel like you may be in the process of this, so maybe you haven't fully broken free, and perhaps it could be because of all the voices that you're hearing, like from people who are close to you, from people who you like admire, and like they're telling you you're not doing the decisions that you're making aren't the best decisions for you to make for your life. They might be telling you that, but you know, like on the inside, no, this is actually the best for me. It might not be the smartest thing in terms of like finances or whatever right now. Like I can't see right now where it's going to take me financially, but I know once I follow my joy, then everything else is going to come. Like you believe in yourself in that way. So it's kind of like you believing in the unknown. You believing in the, you have faith. There it is. You have faith in yourself. The others don't. They don't believe or have faith in you and your belief systems, because why would they? They're them and you're you. So I think for you, the advice is to remember that the decisions that you're making are based off of you and your happiness. It's not gonna bring other people happiness. It's gonna bring you happiness. So kind of like not relying on other people to agree with you, or to like tell you what to do, or say, oh yeah, that's gonna give you this and that and the other. Like, you don't need other people to help you draw conclusions. You already know within yourself, like, I feel called to go to this place. I feel called to invest in this thing. I feel called to go and talk to these people. Once you feel that, like, follow those impulses. And I'm getting that energy for you because on the bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Cups. Those things that you're being called to do, surrender to them. Surrender to them. Not like be controlled by them, but surrender to them. Like you get this impulse to go to this place. Go to the place and figure out what's happening. Don't go to the place and like let yourself be moved and swayed around. Like go with an open mind, but also protect yourself as well. You know and understand how the world works, and so use your smarts. Don't just go and be like, I'm gonna let this new thing control me. No. Go journey to this new place and understand it. Understand how it works. Understand and ask questions like, what does this place have for me? But surrender to your impulse, your own internal impulses when it comes to like what decisions to make. Don't look to the outside to determine what decisions you're gonna make. That is the advice for you, but especially pile number 2, if you're feeling like you want to break free from whatever situation, and then there's something that's calling to you that it's so funny. You may not even know how to get there or like how to achieve it, but you know this is what you want. This is your pie in the sky, when pigs fly type situation. You might not know it, but you know that where you are right now isn't giving it to you. And so you have this impulse to move on, and the advice is follow your impulses. All right, pile number 2, we're going to move to pile 3. Hello, pile 3. This is your reading. It is advice from your spirit guides. It's just general advice. Pile 3. So, I don't even know where to start. When I was looking at your cards, I remembered The Lion King. I hope you guys have seen The Lion King. If you have not seen The Lion King, I'm going to spoil something for you. Not necessarily the plot, but these are just words that were said at a pivotal point. It was when Simba needed to go back home. But he was like, I don't have a place there. Home, that's not my home anymore. And Simba's dad told him, look inside yourself, Simba. You are more than what you have become. You must take your place in the circle of life. So I got that. But specifically for you, pile number 3, was the part when Mufasa says, remember. You know, he's like floating off in the clouds and he's like, remember. Remember who you are. You are my son and the one true king. Remember. Sorry, I literally remember that from when I was a kid. But no, I looked it up online. But I remember the remember part. But I think pile number 3, you kind of forgot who you were. I think you forgot what you've been through and all the like skills and abilities that you've collected along the way. Like, you're not new to this. You've been around the block. You know things. And as a matter of fact, looking here at this 6 of Pentacles, pile number 3, you have invested in many things. Like, you've dabbled in a lot of things. Like, you have a lot of different skills. You've lent your energy to a lot of different places. A lot of people know you. They know your name. They know your reputation. They know, like, oh, such and such is here. Pile 3 is here. It's about to go down. Pile 3 is here. Oh, the work is going to be done immaculately. Pile 3 is here. Oh, they're going to have something good to say. You know, like, your reputation is excellent. And I think that you have forgotten that you're that person. You're that girl. You're that guy. Like, maybe your circumstances right now are not reflecting that to you, but the advice for you right now from your guides is like, remember who you are. Just like Mufasa said, there's a place for you, like specifically for you, specifically for somebody who has walked all of these paths. Because when I see the 6 of Pentacles right now and these hands coming out, like I just really see all the things that you've invested in. 6 of Pentacles is about giving and receiving, but because it's being clarified by this renewal card, I don't believe that the receiving has been received as it should have been received. But I do see you investing. Like, I feel that you've been so many places. Like, I just see your presence and your energy being distributed in so many different places, and that could have literally been a part of something else that you were doing. Like, you might have been investing in some things for your own future, as in, I'm gonna go over here, I'm gonna learn this, I'm gonna go over there, I'm gonna learn that. Like, it was a part of you learning and like building something up, creating your career. Could have literally been just doing some general schmoozing, you know, meeting people. Because I just see so many people, but you being yourself in those environments like really helped to change those environments. Like, you showed up fully in those environments, even when you were just only wanting one thing back, which was like the experience, but you didn't get back all the things because of the way that you showed up. Like, you showed up fully, but you only got a portion of that back. So I see this renewal is like some of the things that you've invested in, you're going to be getting back. This doesn't necessarily have to do with financial investments. This doesn't have to do with like investing your time, as in like maybe you volunteered or something. It doesn't have to do with that either, but it can do with all those things. I just feel like a space and place in which your energy was like you really showed up and was helpful. You were helpful in those places. It's coming back for you right now. And it's funny because Mercury retrograde already ended, so this coming back around energy is very interesting. But it's very important for you to remember who you are. I keep hearing remember. It's very important for you to remember who you are, so that when that thing or those things do come back around, you'll feel that you're worthy of it. And I don't believe that you're seeing yourself like, it's kind of like you need to zoom out and see all the things that you've gone through in your life. I was literally thinking about this earlier today because I was just watching the show, and it was like the woman in the show, she built up herself to a point in her career where she was like at the top of her game, and then something from when she was in her like the beginnings of her career came back up for her. In the beginning of her career, she was not able to do anything. Like, she wasn't able to fix this issue that was like prevalent in the beginning of her career, but it came back up and she was at the top of her game. And if she didn't remember that she was at the top of her game and she was that woman, she would not have been able to fix this issue. But literally, as soon as she saw the issue, she shut it down. She's like, oh, I dealt with that before. I wasn't able to do anything about it before, but now, snuffed it out. It was nothing for her because she was already at the top of her game. But if she was still in that like victim mentality and victim mindset, that she would not have been able to have that effect in her career, even though she was at the top of her game, that could have held her back. And that's what I'm seeing here with this ego. You see these chains being broken. If you remember who you are, just like, you know, Simba, he went back and fought Scar. Like, if he would have still thought that he was still that little baby cub who couldn't fight his uncle because he's too big or whatever, then he never would have taken his place. But, and again, spoiler alert. But if you remember, like, if you're not being held down by the past and you're understanding, like, no, I actually walked these paths, I understand this information, I know what to do here. If you remember that, then it would be easy for you to break those chains, just like the woman in that story. So it's kind of like you need to have your mindset right for when these things come back around so you can remember, hey, I got this. That was an issue for me back then, and I might have failed back then, I might have, but I have been investing my time to learn better, new ways, to understand more thoroughly, see where I've made those mistakes, or see where I thought I was held back, but I'm not anymore, because look at where I am now. Look at, I'm grown now, you know. Scar, you old now. I am at the peak of my my lioness, my lion ish. I don't know. But Simba, he was, you know, tip top shape. Meanwhile, Scar, he was, you know, they wasn't eating good. They were struggling, but Simba was eating good. So he could easily defeat his uncle if he, you know, mentally allowed himself to do that. He had to go through a little bit of stuff, you know. He had to go through and see, like, oh no, this is actually messed up. This man's actually messed up. I'm gonna have to stand up to him, even though I wanted to see him as someone who is what is it called? Like a mentor. And that could be literally a message. Like, if you feel like somebody who is a mentor to you, or somebody who you stood up to, looked up to, if you see some things that you don't feel comfortable with anymore, but you never felt comfortable speaking up about that, it now might be the time. Ooh, message. Okay, let's continue with the reading. Then we have Six of Swords and the Star. It says, the end of challenging times, things are looking up, a welcome relief, finding your way to a peaceful place, the end of depression or illness, travel or relocation. So that's the Six of Swords being clarified by the Star. Anytime I see the Star, I just see healing. And this card, it says, dreams come true, positive changes, bring to an end to challenging times. So we see that twice, end of challenging times, end of challenging times. I believe that once you remember who you are and you, so many messages. The thing that you could be standing up to could literally be like a memory of yours, or it could be like a belief of yourself. Because, you know, ego is us. Sometimes your ego can literally have you chained to your old ways, or chained to the old way of doing things, or the only way that you thought you knew how to do things. But if you really look back on your life and understand, like, no, actually, I'm not a victim, I'm a survivor, or I'm not an idiot, I just didn't understand back then, but I know now. Like, if you release yourself from the past, basically, you can continue to move forward, and like, it's into challenging times, because you're no longer holding yourself back according to those things that happened before. Even when this Five of Cups here, these 3 cups this person has thrown down, like, if he's not sitting there paying attention to those 3 cups, he can see that he has 2 more. He's got 2 more cups. Do you know what you can do with 2 more cups? You might have had 3 losses, but those are 3 losses that you will not have again. Why? You can't have the same loss in the same way again. Like, it just doesn't happen like that. You might lose again in a different way, but you would have learned so much more information so that you can never lose in that way again. So you have another chance. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so many different chances for you to learn and grow. These are not chances to, like, mess up. These are chances to learn and grow. And if you turn around, if you have that mindset that allows you to learn and grow, then you can continue moving forward in the challenging times, because you're not holding yourself hostage to what has happened before. Also, I'm getting a message of, like, these things are going to come around back for you. Just like Simba, he has the opportunity to take his place. He changes his mindset. He allows him to be like, oh, actually, I do belong there. It wasn't my fault, the thing that happened, you know, with my dad. Oh, I love that story. I hope you guys have seen the movie, because I'm spoiling the whole thing. It wasn't my fault that happened with my dad. I can let that go and go and take my place. So once the thing comes back around for you, you allow yourself to take your place there, because you believe in yourself. You think that you can do it. it's like you're going to be in control of your life again. Not that you weren't before, but I think sometimes your belief systems can have you like doing some stuff that's just not the best for you. If you don't believe that you have put in the work to do something, then you won't act like you deserve it, and you won't be putting your best foot forward. And I basically see you putting your best foot forward for your future. This Emperor card holding down the 10 of Cups is like you are holding down your life. Like you are holding down and responsible for your own happiness. You're not letting anything else affect that or affect you, and you're not allowing it's kind of like worthiness. It's like you are worthy of this. You're worthy of all these good things that are going to happen to you. You're worthy of people coming to you with opportunities. You're worthy of the house. You're worthy of the car. You're worthy of the spouse. You're worthy of the like well-behaved kids. You know, you're worthy of the kids going to really nice schools. You're worthy of you living somewhere where you can just be at peace all the time. Like, I think that if you believe you're worthy of those things and you're responsible for your life, then you're going to go make those things happen for yourself. Pile number 3. This is so interesting because this reading is kind of different from the other 2 readings, but I feel like it's also the same as the other 2 readings. It's coming at it from a different direction though, because it's like, I do believe that there are some really good things happening in your life right now, but you could either be in the way of those things happening, your mindset could be in the way of those things happening, or you don't see that the good things are happening because of what has happened in the past. Like there's, I guess, many different ways to look at it, but I think the advice for you, pile number 3, is that you are so blessed. You have put your energy into so many things. You are the king. What was it? What was it that Mufasa said? Let me see if it's still back up on my phone. You are the one true king. Like, the place that has been created for you is for you. Nobody else gets that place. And so it's kind of like you're sitting and looking at that place like, dang, I wish I was up there. Go get up there. It is yours. Take it, it's yours. I'm looking at the bottom of the deck because I see this energy of this 9 of Pentacles. 9 of Pentacles, she has every single thing that she needs. She has sown her seeds. Like she's a well-oiled machine. And I like this card because it gives more freedom than the Empress card. The Empress got a lot of responsibility. She got kids, you know, she got a lot to worry about. But this 9 of Pentacles, she can do and invest in anything that she wants to do and invest in. Like she's free to move about the cabin, basically. She's able to use her energy in any way that she wants. And this card says, enjoying the fruits of your labors, hard work that leads to a luxurious life, buying herself something special, happily and successfully self-employed, enjoying your solitude. And I really like those 2 things because I see the Emperor here. It's like you're holding yourself down. Like, I think, like, not holding yourself back, but like you holding it down for yourself in a positive way. I'm using slang, but I was like, I guess everybody doesn't know this slang. But pile number 3, there's some really good things coming up for you. It's just a matter of you believing that. And I believe too, there's a part of you needing to help make it happen. But it's gonna require your faith in yourself and your belief in yourself to make these things happen. But they're literally for you. You are the one true king. So, you know, go and get your things because they're coming back around for you. You deserve them. If this is, and I'm just trying to think of some scenarios to help ground this, but it's hard. Think about a career, because I'm a Taurus. I love talking about work. Think about a career in which it could be like a corporation that you work for, and you're somebody who is always going around and like making stuff happen, fixing stuff, putting things together. But you weren't like a boss or anything at all. You were just like that person, like the go-to person. And then at the end of the day, you may have left that place because you were like, I'm the go-to person, but you guys aren't seeing my worth and my value. Now that you're gone and they don't have that go-to person, it's like you would be getting like this thing would be coming back. You see renewal, like those are new offers for you to be like, okay, please come back. We do see your value. We see how you've given to us. Here's a raise. Here's a new position. Here's like this. Or hey, can we consult you on this? Can we consult you? Can you be a consultant for us? Because nobody was able to do it as good as you. So can you please show us? Can you give us advice? Because I kind of do get the energy of like self-employed. So you might not want to go work for anybody. Especially because you're the emperor of your own life. It's hard to have a boss when you're the emperor. You are the boss when you're the emperor. This is about you like building your life in a way that suits you best. and really believing and feeling that you are capable of doing that. So pile 3, if you want to be an entrepreneur, or if you just want to like make a family, or what else can you build? A website? I don't know. Whatever it is that you are interested in building, but you may not have like fully believe in yourself or fully think you are worthy or deserving of it. Remember that you're the one true queen. One true king. Remember who you are. Remember what Mufasa said. You're gonna be all right. Okay, that is your advice, pile number 3. I will see you guys in the next reading.